7.11 Scholar Guide on PvP. We're going to cover it real quick, getting right into the attacking abilities. Royal is a casting ability that requires you to stand still and be stationary to cast its ability. The damage it's going to do is a flat damage of 6,000. Broil, when upgraded with Seraphic Halo, it turns into. Seraphic Halo will now do a flat 8k damage, and it'll be an area damage, not a single target damage, but it'll be a single target that does AoE around that single target. It'll be insta cast as well, so you can run around and cast this, doing 8k flat damage. Biolysis is a dot damaging ability. Also, you can run around and insta cast this as well. This will do a damage of 2,000 over the course of 12 seconds, a total of 24,000 damage. Biolysis also provides an anti-healing ability put onto the individual, reducing 20% of healing coming in. That's only for 12 seconds. Damage is also doubled when under Recitation, dealing a total of 48,000 damage over 12 seconds. Now going over debuffs real quick for the class. Chain Stratagem increases damage taken to a target by 10% and reducing guard by 50% when under the effect. Duration is 6 seconds. Now for the class's supportive abilities. Deployment Tactics. Used to spread Biolysis to all enemies based on the targeted individual. Also used to spread Adlo, or Adloquium, if I said that right, shielding all allies near you. The second supportive ability, Expedient, provides party-wide buffs. Movement speed is increased for all by 25% for 10 seconds. Increased damage dealt by 10% for 10 seconds. Grants Recitation. Increase potency of Biolysis and Galvanize. Just letting you know, Galvanize is the barrier. It's not the damage reduction or reduced from Catalyze. Alright, for the healing and shielding, Adloquium. Heals for a flat 4,000. Grants Galvanize and Catalyze. Galvanize absorbs damage equal to the health or HP potency, so 4,000 damage absorbed if it's giving 4,000 heals. And when it's doubled, 8,000, 8,000. Catalyze reduces the damage incoming by 10%. Duration is 12 seconds. Summon Seraph. For 20 seconds, Seraph Vel and Illumination will be applied to party members. Seraphic Vel cures flat 6,000 HP and provides an equal barrier, meaning 6,000 damage barrier. Illumination increased self-healing actions, so you can heal yourself, or other abilities will give you more health back in return just for you, not your party, just only you. Alright, now our goal is trying to get Recitation, and to use that to our advantage for abilities that benefit off of it, so we can get more potency on damage and shield. Alright, so the way how we're going to get it, one, is Expedient, which is 20 seconds. We can cast that to increase our potency of damage done to be spread from Biolysis. Or we could use it in the fashion of getting bigger shields and the potency of healing double from Adloquium. And the other way we're going to get it, other than Expedient, is going to be from the ultimate Seraphism. It has another 20 seconds, that's your ultimate. And that's going to give us the same benefit that Expedient will give us. Both are 20 seconds, both will give us the effect that we're after. Alright, now talking about our limit break. Seraphism will grant accession after activating the ability. So once you activate your limit break, you can then, depending when you want to use it, I think within about 10 seconds, you can activate accession. Now when you use your limit break, you're going to have your abilities get upgraded. Like we talked about earlier, Broil will now be an instant cast as Seraphic Halo. Now the gravy about this ability is that for 20 seconds, all party members within the area are given Seraph Flight, which is a free purify on all members. So if they're within the area and they get this buff on them, it's on them for 20 seconds, and it makes them where they can't be CC'd to one ability. So if someone were to lock you down with a stun or a silence, it will negate or nullify it. It won't happen to you, but then that buff will go away. It's only lasting for 20 seconds. So within that, if it falls off and then they hit you with CC, you're going to get CC'd. Now if you get chain CC'd, it would get rid of the first CC that was going to lock you down or immobilize you in some form of way. And then the second one will follow up and actually hit you, and it'll feel like it didn't work, but really there was multiple coming at you. So this is pretty huge in PvP. Now after that, Accession will give your party heal a flat 8,000 HP and a barrier of 8,000 as well. So personally, I would try to not spam after you use the limit break to get Accession right away. I would look around to see if everyone's within the area of you to use it or utilize it correctly, and to see if then you can capitalize on healing people with it. So you got to make the judgment call on this. But I wouldn't just pop the second ability right away. I mean, the barrier is nice, but you want to make sure you're not just getting yourself. You want to get your team involved with these buffs. These are huge. They can be a turnaround, or to take a point, or to hold a point longer. So keep that in mind. I also came up with 3 combos that you can use while out there on the battlefield. Some of the combos, I will start off with the first one will be Expedient, followed by Chain Stratagem, followed by Biolysis, followed by Deploy Tactics, and then followed by Broil as the first combo. Second combo, it will be a shield combo, which would be Expedient plus Adlo, plus Deploy Tactics, plus Summon Seraph. This is more going to be geared to holding a point. And then lastly, this is based off of your ultimate or limit break, Seraphism, Biolysis, Deployment Tactics, Chain Stratagem, Seraphic Halo spam. Ultimate spam, get your DPS who you need to by constantly spamming your instacast DPS. Now, these are not perfect concrete combos. These are what I use, and I try to utilize them based on situations. So try them out, see how they work, and integrate what you think is best. And remember, always adapt to the situation that needs to be adapted to. All right, now that I explained everything and went over the abilities, this class has seen a significant rework, in my opinion. From your limit break alone is pretty nuts compared to what it used to be. This class, I have a whole video if you're watching right now. You can watch and see how I capitalize by using the class correctly. There is some mistakes probably where I panic and don't properly buff my dot and spread it correctly. That does happen when I'm just rushing trying to get it out with the DPS. I think that Scholar sits in a very good position right now. Definitely in Frontlines, they feel really, really good, and they offer quite a lot for constant DPS within a group of dot damage, and they bring a lot of good healing compared to the other healing class roles. And when you put them in Crystalline Conflict, they're really good. I notice I always get targeted instantly. Maybe other people know that they got to get rid of me because the dot damage is pretty big. Always having that extra damage that's ticking on them, especially when you amplify it. Then you're providing shields and healing. And you have AoE healing based on the objective you can set around. So you constantly have negating damage and healing for your team, but at the same time you have constant ticking damage that's going on to all 5 members of the unit. A nice juicy one. You get all 5 members hit with that dot damage. And then you can just be constantly spamming DPS on them. I think the class exceeds really well on doing DPS damage with the dot, and so it feels like an actual DPS class pretty well due to that dot damage added onto your basic broil ability that you're spamming all the time. It does stink that you have to sit and cast it, but if you could just run around and cast it, it'd just be busted. So yeah, but when you hit your limit break, then you can run around and just constantly be pressing that button, running around. So it is really strong. The class sits in a really good spot. I would say this class is definitely, if you haven't played yet in PvP, is a class to try out and enjoy it, especially if you're looking to do more healing or pocketing. This class is really well done when it comes to pocketing a DPS. I have pocketed a Reaper, and wow, has that been some fun. I know some people are not big fans of Reapers, but if you can pocket a DPS, you're going to let them get out there and shine, doing tons of damage and not die. I think Reaper was a good class with Scholar, and it complements each other because they can get out of situations with their jump back ability or teleport ability, what you want to call it. So it's more safe and they have pretty decent damage and AoEs. So, I mean, it worked out pretty well. I enjoyed it quite a lot. But when I come into a Frontlines, I usually ask if anyone wants to be pocketed as a DPS. And depending on if someone wants to, then I will pocket them. But honestly, give it a shot. This class is great. I do love White Mage extremely a lot. I'll be making a video about that shortly. But me being biased, this class made me go, I might have to put White Mage down for a bit and play more Scholar, because I am really enjoying Scholar, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. And that's it for this video. If you guys want to subscribe, don't want to subscribe, you want to downvote it, you want to give me an upvote, you want to tell me how horrible this is, or tell me how good this film is, or if I need to add more information, please just let me know. Any information is always good information for me, because I'm just trying to make some good information for you guys.